Hey guys, it's IST here. We're just showing you a general idea of my pulse motor generator. We have here is 8 coils. These coils are shown in the Jewel Thief thread on overunity.com. They are two 22 gauge bifiller polarized layered pulse coils. And on top of the 2 bifiller windings is a single strand 14 gauge generator winding, layered, non-polarized AC winding configuration. There's 8 of these in this unit. On the back is an empty spool, and you can see I used laminated iron wire for my core, which I will go at that with the grinder and square it up, both ends, before these are complete. Now, that is one. This is the pulse motor and generator coil, as well as a transformer. This is the generation coil, which will actually be 2 coils of wire, and that is just on the on cycle it is a transformer, on the off cycle it is a generator, AC. Now, it is the winding configuration on this that will be of interest. This is one generation coil winding. It is layered. There are 2 layers, 16 turns, and it's wound in the Mk2 configuration, where 8 up, 8 back, layer 2, 8 up, 8 back, and they're intertwined. There's only 2 layers. Now, these wires on here are 28 gauge, and there are 50 individual strands. They will all be soldered as one wire as a high current winding. The wire is about 10 feet long on the iron core. I will have 8 of these in total in this unit. Right now, the pulse motor itself, the rotor only shows 4 magnets. Sorry, 4 stacks of magnets. There will be 8 stacks of magnets on the pulse motor. They will be set up in an AC configuration, and this is a very, very complex unit. This is no simple device. I've given this much thought over many years before I've actually decided to complete the build on this, and I'm going to build this right up. This will self-sustain. It will run on itself at a very high speed and generate usable outputs, plus charge 8 additional car batteries. So this is a complete off-grid power generation system for a garage. There won't be enough power to power a house here, but it will be large enough to self-sustain an entire garage with ease. So, just an update video. Don't know if I'll post it to YouTube. I may. We're using the Gadget Mall piggyback style. We're using the Mk2 configuration winding, and we're using Bendini circuit. This incorporates a number of different things as well. You know, being that I'm IST, I always give things my own little twist. And you'll notice, I'll show you one more little secret right here. On the back side of this coil, that's a neomagnet. That is a 1" by 2" polarized north and south on the ends neomagnet. Goes into the iron core. Now, I'll have 2 of these at the minimum on this configuration. I may add more as I see fit. As well, there's more to this generator that is not shown. This is very, very, very advanced, and it incorporates a number of technologies all in one. I have improvements to it. But now, watch this. There's my rotor sits at rest. I'm going to give it has a little bit of friction there, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a push in there, and it wants to, the permanent magnet wants to repel. I have it set up so that this is a bucking configuration between here and there, and when I pulse the coil, I add to the magnetic field of the permanent magnet, and it repels it. Bang, bang, very fast. As it does that, transformer action on the on cycle, generation action on the off cycle. These will be set up, being that I have a north pole here and a north pole here, so they're in bucking. The next coil will be a south pole. This will have a south pole neo here, and this will have a south pole magnet here. Okay? So as it switches north-south on the generator side, on the transformer side on here, I'll have an AC output, say it would be negative, and on the generation side here, I would have a positive generation of the AC, and those two can be tied together in an individual feed based on a horseshoe magnet, because the end of these will be connected. I'm going to connect all of the exterior magnets together in one wing, like a wagon wheel effect. And in doing so, I'm going to wind another coil, a generator coil here, in between each one of the pulse coils. Okay? We'll leave it there for now. Chat ya, IST.